Son of God, Son of David, Son of Man, are all the same soul, Adam. In Judaism, there are two Messiahs, Messiah ben Joseph and Messiah ben David. Ben Joseph was and is Jesus of Nazareth, and Messiah ben David is his second coming. But since Judaism doesn't accept the resurrection of Jesus, then for them, Messiah ben David is a separate person who comes at the end of days. What Judaism doesn't understand is the resurrection stops reincarnation. Therefore, Adam as Jesus comes back as Messiah ben David, not as a reincarnation, but in Jesus' body since he was resurrected. Messiah ben David will defeat the nations, rebuild the temple, regather all Jews to Israel, teach Torah, which is shown in dramatic detail in the book of Revelation and the other prophets. We need to review the pattern in the last 6 videos to shine a light on a predictive pattern for the arrival of Messiah ben David. The key to the puzzle is the 18th day from the equinox, April 7th. As we saw, the temple was orientated to focus on a specific spot on the Mount of Olives. This spot was designated by the rising of the sun on the 18th day from the equinox that shone into the Holy of Holies. This is one way of showing that God in the temple watched the events of the crucifixion, resurrection, and ascension, from the Holy of Holies to the Mount of Olives. Now one can infer that if the 18th day from the spring equinox was planned as a very special day, then what about the 18th day from the autumn equinox, which is September 4th on the Gregorian calendar? Keeping with the spring pattern, Jesus was born on the last time ER2 fell on the 18th day, April 7th, 5 BCE. Now focus on the festival of Rosh Hosanna, which falls on Tishri 1st. This festival has been associated with the coming of Messiah ben David. When is the next and the last time that Tishri 1 falls on September 4th, the 18th day from the autumn equinox? September 4th, 2089, or Tishri 1st, 5850. Given this date, very interesting numerical patterns begin to emerge. The digits of 5850 add up to 5 plus 8 plus 5 plus 0 equals 18. Also, if you take 5850 and divide by 18, you get 325. That means 5,850 is exactly 325 full cycles of life. Chai. No remainder. A perfect multiple. This makes 5,850 a Chai number par excellence, woven entirely of life cycles. There is also symbolism embedded in the number 325. It can be broken down into 13 times 25. 13 is the gematria of Ahava, love, and also of Echad, oneness. 25 is the number of letters in the Shema's opening verse, Israel's declaration of God's unity. So 325 Chai cycles ties life, Chai, directly with love and oneness. We also need to point out the importance of the number 18 within Judaism. Lag BaOmer is a Jewish religious holiday celebrated on the 33rd day of the counting of the Omer, which occurs on the 18th day of the Hebrew month of ER. The prayer known as the Amidah is also called the Shmoneh Esrei, the 18. The number 18 has long been viewed as corresponding to the Hebrew word Chai, meaning alive, derived by adding the 8th and 10th letters of the Hebrew alphabet, Chet and Yud. Everyone knows that giving on the occasion of a Jewish simcha, using a multiple of $18, knows that the number is synonymous with Mazel Tov. There are 18 minutes before Shabbat, when the candles are lighted. Matzah is allowed to rise 18 minutes before it is bread. One is allowed to walk a distance it takes in 18 minutes on the Sabbath. So within Judaism, the importance of the number 18 was and is pointing to a very pivotal event on September 4th, 2089, the arrival of Mashiach ben David. Finally, there are two more patterns that I would like to point out concerning this special day and how it connects with Jewish history. In the Hebrew calendar, there are always 163 days between Passover, Nisan 15th, and Rosh Hashanah, Tishri 1st. Now, in 133 CE, there was a Jewish revolt led by a messianic figure, Bar Kokhba. This year was the last year the Jews could celebrate the Passover, and the date of this Passover fell on, you guessed it, April 7th, 133 CE, or Nisan 15, 3893. Let's calculate the number of years between this last Passover and the last Rosh Hashanah that falls on our special date in 2089. And you get 2089 minus 133 equals 1,956 years. One can see that 163 divides into 1,956 exactly 12 times, as in the 12 tribes of Israel. Now take the number of days between April 7th, 133 CE, and September 6th, 2089. Rosh Hashanah is 2 days long and is called the Long Day. You will get 1,867 days, 714,568 days, and divide by the gematria of Moshiach, which is 358. One will get 1996 exactly. The gematria of Moshiach and the Nachash are both 358, and you know why, because Adam was the Nachash, and Adam's soul is now the Moshiach. Back to the 1996, it has a structure of doubling. 1996 equals 2 times 998. 998 equals 2 times 499 prime. So it is 1996 equals 2 times 499. A double doubling. In Scripture, when a matter is doubled, it is confirmed. Genesis 41:32. Here, the doubling is doubled again, a fourfold confirmation of divine certainty. The Gregorian year 1996 CE creates a mirror. The number of Moshiach cycles, 1,996, is encoded into an actual modern year, and in that very year, Benjamin Netanyahu became Prime Minister of Israel for the first time. The Moshiach number year thus coincided with the rise of Israel's most enduring political leader of the era. Hopefully, this study of numeric patterns will show you that a very special date is coming on Rosh Hashanah, 5850, or September 4th, 2089.